Silver or
NQ is looking
NQ?
good.
NQ, okay.
NQ.
Let's
Yeah,
do it.
I've got an eye on both, and it's been. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get into NQ here in about. Give me another like minute or two. I just want to make sure this candle stays low on the 1 minute that we don't get any like bounce here. I like NQ.
NQ pushing
Good.
lower here.
It is. Let's see if we can get a little pull back here.
Here goes the
Might
ES.
run without me.
Here we go.
Yeah, it took some time, but we finally got there. And ES continuing to roll over now. 69.55 last trade.
Exercising patience there.
Very NQ down about 70 points. 70 points in the last 6 minutes. Yeah. Dial holding bid.
Man, NQ, I missed the entry. It was good. It was just didn't want to jump on it too fast. But let's see. It's probably going to retest. JD's in my head right now. Where would be my downside target for the long term? Where can do I still have more potential for this move? I think so. Let's see if we can get a little pullback here on NQ. If we do, I'm going to enter short. But it's just might just drop.
Yeah.
We're out of a second at VWAP. I'm going to pull, like we got tested many times there. I'm going to pull below the high of day, and then we'll hold this last one to see if it draws it towards the 6,900 in the SPX. Let's see.
Yes, continue to grind lower. 69.53 last trade. Pretty much where overnight VWAP is. And Q same right there. Same there.
Right to that point of control.
Well, you got 50s, 54s?
Volume point of control is 53.25. That's where you see that 11,000 contracts traded.
You should probably pull up the ES ladder. Yep.
All right. We retesting pressure here on my 1 minute on the NQ. If we stay below this, I will be entering in short as long as it doesn't run without me. I want to keep it below minimally my moving average, but ideally below my EMA.
Okay, looking for a short.
Yeah, this looks pretty good.
You.
I know. 10 seconds. I think we're good here. I'm going to hit sell. Yeah, about 5 seconds. Just being a little preemptive on this. Yeah, I am short one NQ. We're going to go ahead and it might come and it might come test pressure again, but that is okay. I'm going to put my stop right above pressure. So
what price, Mandy?
We got in at 34 quarter. Oh my gosh, it's coming to touch pressure. Let's see if we can push down below it.
Okay.
And it just tagged me. Dang it.
All right.
We is the one thing I was worried about, but I will look for that same reentry. We'll be fine.
Yep.
We'll look to see if we close below the let's see, the moving average will be fine to re-enter short again. Sometimes NQ likes to test those. So it might be coming up here to test 3 minute pressure. Could hit as high as 76. But then we could see a rotation back down. But it would be like another 2 minutes for sure before we can get some validation.
They turn that thing around. Silver continuing to grind higher. $75.50.
Silver, man. Slow grind.
That is
straightforward this morning. Not so like wiki.
Fired up. Well, chat. All right. Everyone that's fired up. The passion for the markets, the passion for market structure. Do you have respect for market structure, chat? That is the Top Step TV tip of the week. Andrew, like that one. I did all right. Identify key support and resistance zones. Kind of like IB high, IB low. Not quite, but it's just something to work within. Watch for trends and reversals. Look what the silver's doing right now. It's just trending higher in the last hour or so. Trade within the prevailing context. That's easier said than done sometimes. That's what you tune in to Top Step TV. Or trying to figure out what the prevailing context is in that moment. Avoid forcing trades against trends, aka over trading, and respect market structure. I like that one.
This is a
What is
nice
the market
bounce on NQ.
E. There goes E. ES find some buyers. Silver find buyers.
It is. I flipped that one contract back out, so we just short
Nice
2
cover.
MES from 64.
Right, look at this.
And
Dynamic
let me
trade.
take a look at it. I don't want to. Do I just
We did
go back to the well with the same trade here? Are we gonna? I have room now. So let's back this off. Still seeing.
Hold the runner where? All right, Mandy, you are flat, perhaps looking to get nice cut, by the way, Mandy. Nice cut. Look at that.
Great cut.
That's how you do it. Absolutely.
It's a good reversal. Definitely went against our trend, that bounce. That's why I got in so quick too. We had a nice downward trend, so just was looking for continuation of that. NQ came in and said, "Nope, we are going to push this thing higher, push it almost 700." Wow, what a bounce!
Interesting.
It was great.
Yep, look at a 75-point turnaround.
Yeah, S&Ps went right to VWAP.
This isn't my personal account. That's why.
Oh, chat is just like it. We got top of the hour in 18 minutes. 18 minutes. Got the initial balance high, initial balance low in. Marcus, I'll have a mind of its own. Let's take a check. Let's check in on that crude trade. The house account's been in.
Still in it.
In the money. Short 2 MCL from $57.01. About 15 cents in the money right now.
It ain't giving us much, but at least it's
sure.
Yeah, I cut that trade for 50
All right.
bucks. Some of that resistance is disappearing. I don't want to be involved with it anymore.
That's good.
Could still sell off.
Yeah, we came in touch VWAP on NQ.
That is a messy chart.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna find something that's got a bit of a prevailing trend. Prevailing trend. That's silver right now. 76. It was just trading $76. Oh, what's your analysis? How are you reading this? I'm looking at ES and Q. There goes silver. There goes gold. What? I can't find a correlation. I can't find anything.
No.
Any confluence.
No. You gotta trade what you're looking at.
Yeah.
Or look at what you're trading. It's the only thing you can do. You know, this 60 in the S&Ps, the 69.62 quarter level has been a level of exactness for since, I don't know, since Christmas. Before Christmas, 5th of December.
Oh,
10th of December. So this is an important level. We've also got the late spike to the downside that occurred yesterday, and it's kind of a two-stage late spike. Right now we're looking at 69, 67 and the orders as the base of that late spike. So
sevens.
What that's telling us is there's a high probability of acceptance of price at lower levels and acceptance of value at lower levels. Doesn't give us necessarily a good entry, although it can provide a decent entry, or at least an opportunity to limit risk against it if it holds. So after the failed upside breakout in the longer time frames yesterday, the S&P and in the NASDAQ, we're looking. I'm still looking for this market to rotate to lower levels to kind of revisit some support levels that we've seen in the past. It's just not happening in my time. Things rarely happen in trading in my time. I'd like them to happen now. But as long as we stay below these late spikes in the S&Ps,
resistance at that
I like the idea of looking for opportunities for shorts certainly it's working out in the NASDAQ. I haven't even looked at the Dow, but
Stop looking at it too.
Yeah. So, I'm still, I haven't changed my main hypothesis that we are going to accept pricing at lower levels today. Just where to get in is always the question.
Yeah, it's over a longer time frame. I guess that's the tricky part. You're looking at a longer time frame. Well, just from yesterday, right? I mean, we did look at the ES. So how do you apply that to the short term time frame that we're trading? I mean, if you get to a sweet level, spot when those two things line up, you said 69.67.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just no trade, right? That's letting the trade come to you, I guess, is what that is. That's what I'm asking. That's the answer.
Absolutely.
Let the trade come to you.
Absolutely. And, what's our current high? I mean, our IB high is 69.66.
What was
the base of the late spike is 69.67 in the orders. That's in the zone, right? Everything's a zone. There's nothing precise in trading.
Yeah.
So anywhere in that zone around that 69.67.75, I like shorts. Where do we limit risk? Probably above this 200 session moving average here on the 30-minute chart, which is 71 and a quarter.
Okay.
So you're looking at 6-7 points of risk for a potential rollover and continuation to the downside.
We were trading 7,000s yesterday. Yeah, 7,000s. Yeah. Almost trading 26,000s in NQ.
We didn't quite get there. So sometimes what doesn't happen is as important as what does. Here's the NASDAQ. Here's the upper trend line. It looked like
Wait, show me an upper. Where's the upper trend line on that NQ? I'm not seeing any upper trend line.
Let's take a look. This trend line comes off the daily chart. So
okay,
it's this trend line. 1, 2, 3, 4 points of contact. And then yesterday on the 30-minute chart, this is that trend line. Okay, so there's another point of contact. We opened, we broke out above it, and boy, it sure looked like this thing was really gonna grow some legs to the upside, but it failed. This was a failed breakout to the upside. So when we have a failed upside breakout, you're going to be looking for the opportunity for price to come back down and rotate to lower pricing. Of course, a logical spot would be this lower trend line that's off that same daily chart. We've got lots of points of contact on it. The market has been narrowing in its range. So it's basically a pennant formation or a Dorito formation on the daily chart. But, we can go even a little bit further back, Andre. We were seeing open interest increasing at higher levels. We said on Tuesday that we're probably going to see a whole lot of shorter time frame, weaker hands traders preempting this breakout to the upside. Weaker hands traders love to preempt breakouts. And we did. We saw a pretty decent increase in open interest on Tuesday. Yesterday, we saw the breakout. We also saw the breakout fail. Some of those longs probably decided, you know what, we're going to get out of this. But a lot of them are probably still holding on to the hopes and dreams of this continuation breakout, which did not happen yesterday and actually failed. So we're probably still sitting with a whole lot of shorter time frame, weaker hands traders holding long positions. What we needed yesterday, we needed longer time frame buyers to adjust inventory to either get out of shorts or get into longs in the NASDAQ and the S&Ps. They didn't show up. So now all of those short time frame longs are nervous. They're like, uh-oh, well, we're not getting what we're looking for. So some of them got out yesterday. A lot of them got out in the S&Ps. But it's a big community. There's probably a lot of those longs still hanging around, hoping that they're going to see this market turn around and see a substantial breakout to the upside. Jay and I both agreed that we were holding longs short time frame traders were all long looking for this breakout. We also both agreed we need new business. We need new buyers to come in for this market to see any kind of continuation to the upside, which they tried yesterday. The failure yesterday. So all of these longs are still sitting. They may become initiative sellers, and lower pricing may increase selling pressure as all of those short time frame longs start to get out. They're going to capitulate. They're going to want to get out because they're not going to be able to buy their kids the GI Joe with the Kung Fu grip, right? So, my main hypothesis today, especially in the S&Ps, due to that late spike to the downside yesterday, was look for opportunities for short. Is that based off of longer time frame information?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
That's the
Am I
tricky
looking
part.
at shorter time frame levels to look for? Yes, I am.
Line
Why?
up.
Because it's the short time frame longs are controlling the market.
Sure. With what we're seeing right now. With what we're seeing right now.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Great stuff, Hope. That was spot on. So, oh man,
So
I love
good.
it. Just I can see clearly now.
I didn't want to interrupt that. He was
No,
clearly
let him
explaining
cook.
that.
I do
Yeah,
want to
let him
address
cook.
someone in the chat. It's something in the chat. I don't know if they're being facetious or not. Andrew in the chat saying, in other words, the only way you're going to learn this is by losing 10,000 times. He said to traumatize yourself, what not to do. There's no secret. The traumatized part, I don't know if you're being facetious, but that is 100% spot on. At least for myself, my experience. That is essentially how I learned to trade, is by seeing what happened, what wasn't working, and pretty much, if you can't beat them, join them type thing. And that's exactly,
You gotta get your ass kicked.
Yeah, 100%. You gotta get your ass kicked, and then you learn when you see other traders that are, getting their ass kicked. Perhaps what's going to happen next because you've been in that situation, you've been in that scenario, you've taken the heat on those trades. Obviously, they turn out to be losers, but you knew the pain, the heat they're taking on these trades, and basically taking the other side of the trades. That makes sense. So, 100%, that's how you learn, is essentially what learning not to do. I don't know. That's how I learned learning what not to do. So
I did snag a little bit of a sell off. I sized back down since I want to try to keep my day green. I just went 5, so I went half of a mini. Snagged some of that on the sell while Hogue was given an epic lecture and TED Talk. I love all of it. I mean, the knowledge from Hogue has been so good. So yes, back up 237. Curious to see what we're gonna do here if we can reclaim these new lows. We are pushing really close to that low that we just had here about, what was that, 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes ago.
Ander in the chat saying best lessons in life are the most expensive. Well, if you were in your own brokerage account, it would be extremely expensive. We're talking tens of $1,000 lessons, $30,000 account lessons. That's why you work in the sim environment. You kind of have a little on ramp into the live trading environment. They can be very expensive, but that's how I learned how to trade. Get my ass kicked.
Yeah,
silver. Silver.
You let your left down a little bit, and you get the right cross against your chin a few times. You learn to keep your left up.
Well, it's like, I was taking longs there. I kept, you learn, I'm going to fade this market. It's just grinding higher. You keep trying to sell the tops and keep puking. And you realize, oh shit, I'm the one that's fueling this rally, right? I'm fueling this rally. So let the shorts come in, try to call the top on this thing. Watch when they're hung and you get in long and watch them puke and push your long higher. Anyways, 2 TED Talks, 1 fast markets. Mandy, did you catch did you get in?
Yeah, I caught the short on this last leg down, but I've been flat for a couple minutes now. Silver, I really want to get short in it. It is just maybe wanting to retest something. I just
thinking the same thing in gold, but I kind of missed it.
Yeah.
Hey Dre.
Yeah, I know.
Check
It's
out
nice.
my ES chart.
6950.
They're just bouncing between these two options levels right now.
Oh, are we at the lower end of that level right now?
Dead middle right now.
Dead middle.
High.
So the 40s. Conviction. All
No
right.
man's land.
No man's land for me. Yes.
5 minutes
Okay,
till the
yeah.
top of the hour. Mandy coming in here. Quick 30-minute shift. We saw you power hour yesterday. Nice trading.
Yeah, that was fun. Power hours can be an interesting market.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that, Mandy? Just say what you mean.
It can be pretty slow, right? For that first like 40 minutes. And then sometimes we start seeing that volatility, and MOC is always a party with us, you guys. Wednesday, power hour.
A lot of grief. A lot of grief about MOC yesterday. A lot of grief about it.
It was good. It was great to be on with Gabe. He's fantastic. It's been so fun hanging out with him the last couple times too. So,
all right, let's take a look at some of these prices. NQ trading around the lower end of the range, not quite near initial balance low.
Not yet.
25,620 last trade. About 50 points off the lows. ES trading 69.53. A lot of volume trading there. High of 69.66. Pretty much in the middle of the range, like Jack was saying. Crude oil trading $56.88. House account short pair from what, up right around $57. Silver saw a little pullback there. The buyer's going to jump in as we trade $75.32. And gold looks like we have a little trend forming here. $5 off the highs in this New York session. 44.60. Oh, gold level was it 44.67 upside?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's the value area high from yesterday. So the value area acceptance play played out to almost the tick. Also, the 100 session simple moving average on the 30-minute chart is up there at 44.6640. So we start to base up here, start to see any kind of reversal pattern. I'd like to short it.
67. Jack, you might get another shot.
I mean, I don't know if it's where we've tapped on this level so many times. Let me look at it real quick and some.
Has anything changed? Here. That's. Oh, I get it. But has anything changed?
No, we're actually looking like there's some pretty at that green, that upper green line of my chart. It still looks like there's. I would expect it to at least slow down and rock fight there again. But part of me, especially when you're looking at short things, the upside keeps on seeing like markets go up, and when you keep on tapping on this, it has been. That's why I dumped that trade before. Has a tendency to try and run through it.
Might be giving it a shot right now.
We're spiking here. This is a 5-minute candle.
Yeah, it is. Is there volume behind this thing? It's a go to about a 10 point pop here. Oh, more than that. 14 point pop here. It's all right into the sucker. How much volume is behind this thing? Pop here in the NASDAQ also.
Let's do it for a quick scalper. It's short 3 MES from 420. Sorry, 64 and a quarter.
Cool.
Let's see if we get some.
All right. They might try to pop those stops. Here. Keep that stop wide enough in case they pop those things. All right, good stuff. Top of the hour. Coming in here 10 seconds. Mandy, good stuff. Nice cut on that trade, Mandy. We'll see you. That was a quick one. But thanks for jumping on. We see you in the chat, Mandy, in the markets. Thank you so much.
In long silver.
Let us know how that trade. Let us know how that thing goes in the chat. Thank you so much. Top of the hour has now just hit. Then from there, we're gonna throw it to James. James, come on in. We got some announcements. Let's get this thing cooking.
Always a pleasure, Mandy.
Butchered that, James. Butchered it.
Cook indeed. Hello, everybody. Thank you, Mandy, for showing up for Fast Markets. We love having you drop in. And chat, I'm here to talk to you about Top Step TV on the X, also known as Twitter, also known as Twix. Call it whatever you want. Be sure you have it installed on your phone or you have it in your browser, and you are following Top Step TV. What do you get when you follow Top Step TV on X? Well, you get live reactions, hot takes, and Top Step TV highlights to help you stay in control and feel confident no matter what the market throws your way. So we can post best ofs, anything you missed. You can probably find a highlight reel on X. We post about sweepstakes when they happen there. And you can also find that's where you go to submit your Power Hour and Fast Markets content. Get your stuff shown on Top Step TV. Follow us and tag us. And while you're on X, be sure to follow all things Top Step, including at Top Step, at Ask Top Step, our new support channel, as well as following Michael Patak himself for all things teasy about future of Top Step. Also, later today, you know it, you love it, group coaching is continuing on at 12:15 p.m. Central Time. Group coaching is the part of the show where you get to have your questions answered live by Top Step TV personalities. Today, we have Gabe, Vince, and Hoop sitting down for your group coaching needs. If you caught Vince this morning on Fast Markets and you thought, man, I would love to ask that coach a question, well, group coaching will be your time to do just that. Go ahead and click on the link we're going to drop in chat. We're going to pin it to the top. This is your group coaching question submission form. It's a lot of words to say. Put your question in that link and then tune in here at 12:15 p.m. Central Time to see if your question is answered live on air. If you can't make it, bookmark it, come back later. And don't forget, all the questions we get go into a question bank. If you don't hear your question read today on air, well, you just got to keep tuning in. Maybe you'll hear it as we go down the list. Now, before we go back to Fast Markets and our third and final special guest, we're going to talk about oil. Americans have been enjoying some of the lowest gas prices in years, but will the situation in oil-rich Venezuela change that? The answer is complex. Karen Kaifa is in Washington with a look at the possible scenarios and what it all means for consumers.
President Trump says Venezuela will turn over 30 million to 50 million barrels of oil to the U.S.
We're going to sell it in the marketplace at market rates, not at the discounts Venezuela was getting. That money will then be handled in such a way that we will control how it is dispersed in a way that benefits the Venezuelan people.
The number may sound like a lot, but for perspective, the United States consumed just over 20 million barrels of oil per day over the past month, which underscores how the lengthy process of U.S. access to Venezuela's vast oil reserves, the largest in the world, may not change how much drivers pay at the pump too soon.
I think when the president and his advisors talks to U.S. oil companies, executives, and analysts, I think there's going to be a mismatch between how quickly the president wants the money to flow and the oil production to grow and how quickly it will really happen.
Restoring Venezuela's oil production infrastructure will require billions of dollars of investment, and with the political climate still uncertain, it may be a risky sell to the private sector. And forecasters already say 2026 will be the cheapest year for gas since COVID. OPEC production is up and global demand down. After the weekend's events, fuel savings platform Gas Buddy stood by a prediction gas prices will average just below $3 a gallon nationally this year. In Washington, I'm Karen Kaifa.
Karen. And bam, look at that. Who we got here? I don't know about you guys. I am loving this new format. New traders coming in here quick and fast. We got Dakota in the house. What's up, Dakota? Also, shout out to
green
production.
Green and yellow.
Oh, get the hell out of here.
Good luck,
it's already been 6 years since COVID. Damn. Time goes by so fast.
Thank you. That's your open. Love it, Dakota. But yeah, also
goes by faster the older you get.
Shout out to the folks in the back for spinning a lot of plates. What they're doing here. Andrea, James, job well done. All right, Dakota, thoughts. NQ, what do you got your eye on? They'll pop here in crude, by the way.
Yeah. Silver's been selling off. Coach Jay and I tore it up last night in the silver markets, in the metal markets. Played out pretty good going into this session in the green. NASDAQ, it kind of had a false breakout on that higher time frame. Looking at this wedging pattern on the daily here in the NASDAQ that we were looking at, Hogue, that was looking to break out. And we got so close to 26,000 and rejected, failed, and we're right back into this wedging formation on the daily, right in the middle. And maybe we get rotation, come back down, tests even lower. It's non-directional. It's a two-way trade. I don't mind either direction. Zero biased since we were right in the middle of this range on the daily. And then zooming in, zooming in here, I kind of get that same feeling. We had that big sell off, it looks like, to start the New York session, and just been chop back and forth. Maybe some range bound trades can come into play if we come down to these 620s, look for a reversal, and yeah, we'll see where it goes. We'll see where this goes.